Hey guys, Ella here. Hope you guys can hear me okay. It's a bit of an echo where I'm at. Hopefully the microphone is close enough to where you can hear me. Those of us who have just weathered Storm Milton here in the Florida area, first of all, if you're watching this, congratulations. It's probably one of the scarier nights that we have experienced. As a collective energy, there's still, you can see there's Tanner. Still got some unpacking to do. Very light, just tree branches down here in Panasofkee, Florida, so all is well. Very grateful. Weathered through a very interesting storm. I'm sure a lot of people were in their minds and in their hearts, traversing these storms together the best they can, the best we could. And so the last video before this storm, gosh, it sounds very echoey. I'm going to step outside. We talked about a life review and how it's an opportunity right now to have a life review, to be able to look at yourself and be able to look at your life and say, you know, what needs to change? What needed to change? What did this storm bring to you in your awareness as far as, you know, our own immortality or mortality in this realm anyway, and how this life, this infinite life, is in a finite vessel through time. And so our time here is limited. It's a Saturnian time realm. There are limitations, which is what our boundaries are in an unlimited universe. Boundaries are our bones, our skin, right? We have to have boundaries. Saturnian. So what shifted for you in terms of your boundaries? Where have you been perhaps imprisoning yourself with your own limitations? And where did this storm, this shifting of energies come and rattle you, literally rattle your cages, rattle the limbs of your life that created these things that needed to leave, right? The leaves off the tree that needed to leave your life to make room for the new, to make room for the new growth, the new experiences, the clearing the cobwebs of your mind and your own limitations. Now there's been a path that's been cleared, hopefully. And so this is an opportunity. This is a time to tune in and to reflect and to say what needs to leave, what left. And especially in Libras, what relationships needed to transform? Were you in a job that you were stuck in, that you knew you didn't want to be in, and that you were spending your time for what, money? I feel like collectively our priorities, especially in terms of money, is shifting. And a lot of us are being asked to step into our gifts and to share our currency in a new way. So this also might be a redirect in how you even show up for yourself. How do you show up for your friends, for your family? Is there a skill or a service that's been in the back of your mind? Is there a book or a movie that's wanting to be written? Is there a creative piece of art? Because as we're moving into the Saturnian time realm of time equals money, we're now moving into an age per the Mayan calendar system, if you follow that, where time equals art. And art will translate into currency, some form of exchange of currency. And I'm a futurist. I've seen this coming for a while, and I've been sort of preparing by lifting off the matrix, if you will, and using less and less money, doing more bartering, more trades, just practicing with that, because it's, again, I can kind of see where we need to practice doing something different. And we have to be the change, right? So I had to, in my own life, make the change to say, if I gotta do this, I gotta do this. I'm gonna commit to the role of being more nomadic, more barter driven, more, you know, community driven, more collaboration. What wants to be created by all of us, connected wise. I actually just got reached out to by Noreen, a lady who's running the psychic fair that was originally scheduled for the 12th, that they decided to reschedule and to actually continue for the 12th, which hopefully that's going to be a thing, and that'll be in Crystal River, Florida. So if anybody wants to come see me and get their cards or chart and cards read, I'll be there tomorrow from 10 to 4. So yeah, we're rebuilding. A lot of us that have decided, okay, this is our time on this particular planetary field is finite for now. And with that, how do we want to spend our time? How do we want to spend our currency, which is the time, which is our energy? And do we want to shift doing what we've been doing up into this now point? This is an opportunity. Again, our challenges become opportunities if we allow them, if we choose to see it that way, if we choose to defrag our minds and unwind our hearts from old relationship patterns, old things that needed to be forgiven within ourselves and within the other, because nobody here is perfect. We are divinely imperfect, and even in the word imperfect, I'm perfect, right? It's still everything. Divine intelligence has its own nature, and we are part of that divine intelligence. Even if we don't always understand or understand our own natures, this is part of the journey. This is part of the process of understanding and seeing what we're made of when certain things happen and certain events shift us, right? Where things have to leave. So coming back to reflection point, what's leaving, what left, what got regridded for you, what as an opportunity did you get to look at your life and say, okay, while I'm here, I'm going to do what matters to me. I'm going to live out these dreams, these hopes, these wishes, these visions for myself in the future that I've been putting in the back burner, procrastination energy, thinking we had time. And yes, while we are eternal beings in this particular realm, time is finite in this finite vessel. Again, we're surrounded with boundaries, with structure, which is time. And that's shifting. But in that shift, we are being redirected into how we expend our energy, how we share ourselves, how we share our gifts. So please do not squander this. I mean, you can if you want to. You're an eternal being. You do whatever you want. But I personally, I'm telling myself, and this is from my own record, my own Akashic records, I'm telling myself, I'm leaving the legacy for myself is don't waste this time. Don't squander this opportunity to reinvent yourself, to really speak your truth and become that what you've always wanted to become, but you didn't feel worthy or you didn't feel like you could because of, again, money and responsibilities and all these other things that we created, that we realize now what really is important. When push comes to shove and we're being faced with these storms and these life-changing, forever-changing events, what will you change into? What will you become? What are you metamorphosizing into after this shift in consciousness? Literally, this shaking apart had to happen. It's just an invitation again to go deeper, to go inward, to really reflect on what you want and who you want to become, and then step into that today, right now. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Don't get into old habits. It's easy to jump into old habits, right, and get into the old routine, but that's not what's being asked for right now. There's a balancing act happening within ourselves and our behaviors and our relationships especially. And so this is an opportunity for you to do something different. We've been shaken to do something different. And so do it, whatever that is. Don't, if you can, just be aware of your patterns and your habits. And use this time as a reflection. Some of us still don't have power, right? And so while you're still generating and regridding your own power within yourself, ask yourself, is my life the way I want it? Can it become something else? Can it shift into something else? Looking at the neighbor, she's caring, she's moving. It's cleanup time. Time to clean up and become the alchemists of our lives. What are we becoming? What are we changing into? What did you metamorphosize into? The bigger being of yourself, the more harmonious version of yourself, the more courageous version, the ones that is willing to have a voice and to stand up for what you believe and to stand up for your truth. Get embodied. It's time to be fully in your body and see what the bigger being of you wants to and how it wants to show up, to be expressed. I love you guys. You're not doing this alone. Neither am I. We're changing together, live and in person. We're the ones we've been waiting for. We're the media, the day of I. All we have is now. What are you doing right now? Go do that more robustly, more in your heart, with more love, with more forgiveness, and more purpose, being in this now. Love you, family. Thank you for reflecting with me. We'll continue on this path and this journey together, however this continues to show up for us as we continue to clean up and create and say goodbye and say hello simultaneously to the new that wants to come in. Be courageous. Stay curious. Stay curious to what's in front of you. I love you, family.